Well, welcome again to Couch Talks. And I am standing up today. Why? Because sometimes you have to stand and give your girl some props. You're absolutely right. Sometimes we go from zero to hero quick, fast, in a hurry. And my sheroes are actually doing it today. So as we talk on this Couch Talk, standing up, talking about business. Slow business is no business, but I'm sure you want to learn how to go from 200,000 under management to over 800,000 under management in less than in 13 months. You're absolutely right. I'm Dr. Chonta Haynes with Heart Truth Ministries, and I help people put their feet to their faith so that they can walk victoriously. But my queenpreneurs are on the one because they are making things happen, and we're doing it with a lot of fun. We're making things go. So let me just tell you about my friend, and I'm going to pour you some tea today so that you know all the steps that you're going to need to take in order to do the same thing, because I believe in you and I want you to believe in you too. See, Jeannie came to me 13 months ago, as a matter of fact, and she had less than $200,000 under management in the business and the service that she was providing. But there were so many things that were misaligned, things that were not in proper sequence. Now, we always hear that you got to have the systems in place, but sometimes you got to start back at the beginning. And that's what we did, because slow business is no business. And I want to make sure that you can move forward and go faster, but you have to slow down. See, when she came in, one of the biggest things that we have to do, number one, is get clarity. You have to have a clear vision of where you want to go. But we always put those goals in mind, but we forget there's a part that's missing: clarity in who you serve and the problem that you solve. Now, let me just explain that. We can say we want to serve everybody. We don't want to niche down. We don't want to be specific. But the problem comes in is that you really can't speak to the right person. When we try to talk to everyone, we end up talking to no one, and that gets us nowhere. There's a pool of people out there. And yes, you're right. There's so many probably doing the same thing that you're doing, but there's only one of you. There's only one way that you speak to people, that they hear what you're saying. The Bible says that my sheep know my voice, and a stranger they will not follow. So there is someone that is specifically looking for you. Don't try to be so wide and so broad that it's like putting a ripple in a pond. Nobody hears it. You want to be clear and concise. Well, in Jeannie's case, she came in and she wanted everybody to utilize her services, but that wasn't going to be the case. She narrowed down to a specific type of person. We call them avatars. She gave her name and she said, this is what she's doing right now in life. We solved that problem. Now, it took her 12 months to get there. It won't necessarily take you that long. But once we got to 12 months, because see, at 12 months, it was just about 400,000. And then in that last 1 month, doubled. That's right. For uh, month 1 through month 12, it went about 200,000 increase. Then from month 12 to month 13, 400,000 increase. Who wants that? We all do. But guess what? It starts with clarity. You've got to know who you're serving. Pick the person. You have to know the problem that you're solving. And here's a clue, because people have a lot of times that they have a problem with trying to figure out the problem. We want to use our legalistic speak. We want to use the educational speak. We want to sound like we're writing a PhD. And I have a PhD, but that's not going to get it in the marketplace. What you have to do is figure out, what is that person complaining about at night? What are they staying up at night saying? Use those words. What are they complaining about to their friends or their spouse or their significant other? What are they saying? What is missing in their life? Hey, and there's one way you can find out. Ask them. That's probably as brilliant as it's going to get. If we would but ask, people tell us. All we have to do is really listen. Be curious enough to say, I really want to solve that problem. And then they'll come to you. All right. So first thing we had to do in those 12 months was get focused. We got focused on who it was. In the process, it took a while to get there because some of the other things were in place too. You got to get focused on knowing who you are and what you're bringing to the table, your gift sets, your skills, things that you might need to develop. And you cannot do this alone. A solopreneur will solo in income. Yeah, let me say that one again. If you are going solo, then your income will be so low as well. You don't want that. So you have to get in the right community. You have to have the right accountability. Let me tell you what community does. It shows you the things that you are missing that you can't see. We all have blind spots. Can I be real? I did too. There was a time I bought this course for $2,000 and it was for me to develop this online course. And I did develop it. I put the bells and whistles in. I made sure it had everything that dealt with the financial side. But my target audience were people that were broke. Well, now you tell me, if they're broke, can they pay for my course? No, they can't. So I had the wrong target. But at the same time, I had a passion to do what I was doing. I didn't have clarity on who it was I was serving, nor the problem that I was solving, nor the words that I was using. So they weren't really coming. Yep, that $2,000. I sold one for $197. That's not a great return on investment. Here's the thing. If you have a slow business, many times you have no business. That means that it's a hobby, not a business. If you're working so much in your business and not on your business, you're an employee, not the owner of the business. So, first 12 months, you want to make sure, and it doesn't have to take 12 months. If you get the right person and you really lean into the teaching and into the coaching, you will probably find that clarity a lot quicker. But sometimes it does take some time. So clarity is the first thing. And we focused in those 12 months. We focused on everything that needed to happen or needed to change so that we could have crystal clear clarity on where she was going to go, who she was going to target, how she was going to do it, right? Who she wanted, what problem she was solving, and how she was going to operate based on her personality. See, honestly, there's so many out there telling you, oh, you just need to get on social media and everything will work out. You'll see so many people just coming in. Everybody's not a social media genius. Everybody's not into that marketing, and that might not be you. Some people really like being on stages and they can stand in front of a crowd, they can talk, they can do it without script. And this is unscripted, by the way. They can do it without it. You see, I want you one to stay tuned because that last month, that 12th month, the one that doubled, the one that gave her a quantum leap, is going to also happen for you, but it's not going to happen if you won't put in the work up front. You've got to know who it is that you're serving, the problem that you're solving, how you're going to operate, what's going to be the best thing for you. Some people like writing books, and those books can turn into millions and be your business, but you have to know how. Everybody is not going to be an author. I don't care how much AI is helping you. That doesn't make you an author. See, that 13th month, she doubled. And that's exactly what we all want, is that double change. But you have to dial in and get it right. Let's do the work up front, and then you'll have the rewards on the back end. I'm Dr. Chonta Haynes with Heart Truth Ministries, and I want to tell you, she's in my Queenpreneur Accelerator program, and I absolutely love this room. Why? Because it's a room that I wanted all along, one that had all the pieces of the puzzle together. Whether it's looking at the computer side and the technology, getting that handle so everything is running smoothly, or it could be getting the clarity and the divine alignment that you need, knowing what your true purpose is and the people that you were called to. It could simply be that you just don't know how your personality works and who you're calling yourself or what you're believing that needs to change. And there's so many things. You do all of those things before you get to the systems that you need to put in place. See, when you put the systems in place, everything else then works like clockwork, but you got to get the spokes right first. So I'm going to invite you to audition for the Queenpreneur Accelerator Program. You simply are going to go to my website, shantayhaynes.com/queen, and then go ahead and pick a time that's going to be right for you for us to talk. Everybody is not appropriate for this group. It is a community of faith-based believers, of Christian female entrepreneurs that are going somewhere. They really want to do something with their business. They want to serve. They want to make a difference and a dollar. They're not just about getting the money, but they're about helping others. If that's you, I invite you to audition for the Queenpreneur Accelerator Program. Go ahead, shantayhaynes.com/queen, and let's talk regarding that. I'm Dr. Chonta Haynes with Heart Truth Ministries, helping you put feet to your faith so that you can walk victoriously. Have an absolutely fantastic rest of your week. God bless.